How's it going, guys? Let me just go ahead and lower the volume here a bit. And we're going to play a little bit, guys, of Iron Harvest here. So there's actually several different, I guess, levels we could focus on. I guess right now I was going to go for the skirmish map. But then again, it really depends. I also kind of wanted to do one of the regular maps and check that out. As far as I know, the campaign is not yet, of course, in the game. So this is going to be pretty new for us. Actually, what I'm going to do is probably exit here, because I saw some interesting missions that I want to maybe take a look at. So from what I understand right now, this is sort of a mech-based World War I kind of hybrid game. I mean, obviously, it's on a different universe as far as I know, but very similar to sort of World War I mechanics, very steampunkish, and I've had my eye on it for a long time. This is an alpha version, guys, so there's still a lot of work to be done. I want you guys to keep that in mind. Don't expect to finish game right now. Just expect kind of whatever we get at this point. Let's jump in here. Ooh, allow access. Yes, please. So I don't know the first thing about the game in terms of gameplay. You know, I've seen some people play it already online, but I'm curious to see how I'm going to approach it. So let's see what happens here, guys. It looks like we're starting out with these fellows right here. It doesn't look like they have a name. Okay, so an engineer. Let's take a look over here at the actual barracks. So it looks like we've got the Polania rifleman and the engineer. Interesting. All right, so I'm guessing this is sort of a point control system similar to, you know, a Company of Heroes, something like that. And it looks like there's even guns lying around, which we could probably take over and potentially use against the enemy. Now, so far, I'm not seeing how we would control the points, but I'm sure we'll learn over time. And we want to probably grab that engineer and start building something. Let's also grab that oil depot there. Oh, I'm starting to see now what it looks like. Okay, so let's see. We could repair a unit, or we could construct a building. Let's see if we can construct a mech, or if that's something we need to do separately. Yeah, it looks like it is. So we already have the headquarters. The workshop can produce the mechs. That's what I want to get up. So let's get the workshop up and running. Go for it, boys. Okay, let's go for it. So we're going to go ahead and take the first point. And I want to keep on building Polania Riflemen if I can. Just because I want these guys continuously taking the points. It looks like we've already unlocked the field cannon. So that's interesting, to say the least. Oh, I see. Never mind. The field cannon is what we already had. The two we've unlocked are the Polania Riflemen and the engineers. Let's go over here. I'm going to take that oil refinery as well. And for now, I'm just going to keep this gun here, sort of watching the enemy. I don't know what to expect yet, guys. Give me 1 second here. I see an enemy. I'm going to try to fire with my gun. I don't know how much damage this is going to do. But I actually want to get closer so I can really open fire. Let's see if we have any other Polania riflemen ready to go. We actually do, as well as an engineer unit. I need to also learn the retreat button. Nice! We got a shot on them. Because if we need to retreat, we've got to go ahead and do that quickly. Wow, look at that. Yeah, they're not liking that at all. And we can actually zoom in, like, really close. Love the sound of the rifles, etc. Really nice sound there. Get them, boys. Hopefully we can overwhelm them here. Oh, my goodness. Whoa. Nice. Got him. Wow. Very similar, I have to say, to Company of Heroes, like in terms of the actual mechanics of the combat, but in terms of retreating, as far as I can see, there is no retreat button. I probably just haven't noticed it yet. So this is the Mech Shmiali. This is a recon mech. We also have a mortar battlesuit. Ooh, I want to get this, guys. I want to see what the mortar's like. Now, can we go ahead and replenish? Yes, we can. Beautiful. And it's an actual instant replenishment. I'm not sure if I really like that. I hope they change that as they get closer to release. I think it should actually take a little time. But then again, that might offset the fact that you can't exactly retreat right away. So here we go. This is our mortar mech, guys. Look at her. She's beautiful. Well, it's actually a he, but, you know, either way, he's beautiful, as you can see here. Just looks like a monster. I'm going to go ahead and purchase another mech if I can. It looks like we're going to have to wait a bit. So can we only have one mech at a time? Perhaps. Let me grab this. I don't want to repair any damaged units. Bunker. Yeah, let's get a barracks going. And at this point, I'm going to try to push on the enemy units. We're already under attack, but I wasn't really paying attention. Here we go. Come on, boys. Nice. Oh, man. Get him. Get him. Hit them with anything you have. All right, let's see how this mech deals with them. So, again, he's very slow. We already kind of knew this was going to be the case. Not sure we want to be this close to the enemy. Oh, boy. So it looks like a grenade was thrown there. And they've got more men attacking. All right, I'm going to start firing in this direction. There we go. That's the mortar fire. Wow. That's fun. We absolutely want to get a barracks. We're getting crushed right now. Got some grenadiers. Some Ponania riflemen, but right now the enemy is actually destroying us big time. Fire again with our mech. Man, I love the use of mechs. I mean, how different would that make World War I? And of course, in this case, these are not actually nations in the world today, but they're custom nations. Now the enemy is crushing us. Got to get that mech over there and get some more infantry squads out. Let's get them. Get them, boys. Let none alive. Or leave none alive, maybe. As far as I can see, we cannot get into buildings. Pretty standard, as this is not, you know, not exactly a game like Blitzkrieg or anything like that. It's quite different in that aspect. I'm going to try to get back. And let's replenish. And now that we've replenished everybody, we should be able to overwhelm this unit. Shoot them, boys. How's it going, guys? Welcome aboard. All right, let's see. I don't see my mech. Is he dead? I think the mech's dead. I wanted to see what would happen. What happens to the mech when he does die? No matter. Target these guys. It looks like some pretty hardcore units there, guys. Basically machine guns. Or huge mechs carrying machine guns. And this is the other mech, the tank mech. So I want to try that out. And it looks like we may be able to get two. So let's also get another tank mech. Why not? Right now the AI is crushing us. This is definitely our first look at the game. And after this, we'll see if we can look at any of the specific missions. I'm not sure if they're complete yet. Again, we might just have alpha for now. But that's certainly going to change. We have some grenades here too. Shame on me for not using this. Nice. There are the tank mechs. Wow. So kind of like spider tanks in a weird way. Look at how they walk, man. That's really interesting. So I just want to see how they'll perform against the enemy units. We obviously want to target the enemy's guns as well, because that could essentially kill this tank mech pretty quickly, as far as I know. Or at least contribute to him getting killed. Yeah, he's already taken a nasty hit. So we need the infantry to sort of offset the tank. You can see he's actually started opening fire, but it's not enough. And there goes our tank mech. Just completely crushed. We definitely need to be building more. But again, this is our first game. Heck, it's our first look at the game. But you can see here, I mean, we certainly had enough resources to have gotten way more than 2 or 3 squads. We could have had 4 or 5. And probably shouldn't be going just immediately for the tank mech because it's the most expensive. You know, as far as I can tell, it's not too strong. I mean, the mortar mech seemed to be a little stronger despite being a bit smaller. So again, size doesn't always matter, I think, at least in this game. Let's move forward here. Come on, boys. And again, a very steampunkish atmosphere. That goes without saying. You've got these guys carrying machine guns, and they're wearing, you know, sort of like French resistance suits. But at the same time, they're carrying these very large, bulky machine guns. It's pretty interesting. I'm going to try to retake our depot here. So movement is definitely restricted for you know, units that are just too bulky, and it's not like instantaneous. So I really like that. You don't just immediately have the power to overwhelm the enemy with your mechs. It's going to take a while for your mechs to get somewhere, especially, you know, the more resilient ones like the mortar ones. It took us a while to actually move them around, whereas our infantry, you know, can just move around pretty quickly without much difficulty at all. Some more enemy engineers getting behind us here. Actually, let's try to get our boys to get up and attack that gun. You can actually select grenade and throw it on that gun. Get it, get it, get it. Because that thing can kill our tank mech in a second. Right now, the enemy definitely has more than enough victory points needed to win. And I guess what we need to do is try and stop the inevitable. Got an enemy scout mech here. Oh boy. And an enemy tank mech. It looks like they definitely waited to send these out. It was not instantaneous. I think we're just sending our guys to instant death here. But the enemy's about to win anyway. I want to see how grenades will affect this guy. And there we go, guys. The enemy won. Again, this game is in very early alpha, guys, so there's a lot that needs to be added. The campaign still hasn't been added to the game. A number of different features still haven't been added. But what we have so far is really fun stuff. It really is. I want to get to the main menu and actually see if any of these additional missions work. Again, since this is in a closed alpha, or excuse me, an alpha, not a beta, they might not. So let's take a look here. The challenges. So we do have one, The Last Stand. It looks pretty fun, where we just try to hold out as long as possible. Hey, Lennox Thomas and Sam T. Sam T says, a little bit unfair since the tank mech ran into an AT gun with a barrel about half its total length. Yes. Well, again, it's a different sort of universe, quote unquote. So we're going to get sort of different looking guns, different looking mechs, etc. Mechs? We don't have mechs. What am I talking about? Okay, what I want to do now is take a look at this Last Stand challenge. It's a desperate situation. Wave after wave, the Saxon forces attack your base, and no reinforcements are in sight. Capture resource points and build units to defend your base as long as possible. Let's do it, guys. So we know a little bit more about the game now. We can maybe succeed at this. Maybe. Big time maybe. Okay, so as far as I know, there's no trenches. This is going to be entirely about how long we can hold out against the enemy. Look at that. They're actually showing up really quickly. Wait, there might be trenches, actually. Yes, there are. Nice. Let's get in here. Looks like we can go ahead and immediately build the next mech, and I think I'm going to stick with the Saxony Gatling mech bar. This is basically just a Gatling gun mech, so it's going to be pretty good against infantry. At least that's what I can guess. And we should certainly get some more gunner mechs, or gunner infantry. And if we can, we'll push on one of these locations. So I'm assuming we want to take this base. 60 seconds to first wave. And we already have an enemy mech right there. Are you crazy? Maybe we'll just hold the base for now. That might not be such a bad idea. We'll put these guys over here. Yeah, I think I'm definitely waiting for that first wave. Let's try and make a push. This might be crazy, but what the heck. At least we'll learn from our mistakes. I really want to target the mech specifically. Get him, boys. Again, I'm just going to open up with this guy. Look at that machine gun. That is beautiful. Just absolutely gets to rake the enemy with fire. Okay, wow, we're already under attack. That was fast. Did not expect him to attack that quickly. Get him, boys. Come on, keep fighting. So I'm going to turn the machine gun on their actual infantry. Destroying their mech is going to be very important. So let's keep on firing there. I think the next shot will get them. Their infantry might be able to take out this machine gun mech, because we don't really have any infantry to support them anymore. Let's try to move out. Yeah, that grenade is going to hurt. And sure enough, look at that. The rear armor hit. And we actually saw a little bit of... what's the word I'm looking for? Sort of, I don't want to say, not cel-shaded graphics, but we actually saw the mech sort of falling apart to the enemy fire. Physics-based graphics. That's pretty cool. So, I'm not sure if that was just a one-time thing, a one-off, or if that's quite common, but that was pretty neat, to say the least. Unfortunately, our mech is burning, but we're going to get vengeance. We're going to send our unit out. Wait a minute, we have to wait for that grenade unit. That's right, the Grenadiers. Only they can kill the enemy mech, as far as I can tell. Let's move up with the Grenadiers here. And I just want to throw this up here. And there's actually a gun over there to the north. If we got our hands on it, it would certainly be useful. And I will take a look at the chat in a second, guys. I'm just so focused here on this game. Boom! Beautiful. Got our first mech kill there. That was satisfying. Get them, boys. Come on. Good work. Actually get some guys there. Okay, we captured the unit. But at this point, we need to try and take the resource point. I'll get some more Polania riflemen. Do we have enemies in this building? No way. Oh boy. We're going to need to run back to base. Especially since we just captured this location. Hopefully we can get back in time. Come on, boys. Looks like right now we're sort of like the French and the enemy, sort of like the Imperial Germans, as best I could tell. Thank you, Sam. So he says, I think your opponent mech was AT, was doing a lot more damage to yours and vice versa. Very possibly, yeah. I mean, again, as we proceed through the game, we're going to learn a lot because just from the playthroughs I've actually watched or the walkthroughs I've watched, there's a lot of units in this game, which is really surprising to me. and a lot of different ways to approach it. I know some people approach it getting scout mechs, tremendous amount of scout mechs, and seem to do pretty well. So that's just not really my thing. I really like to stick to the bigger guns, as it were. Plan B, says Lennox. There is no plan B right now. Except do our best, I guess. Okay, let me go ahead and immediately replenish this unit here. I'll actually try to flank the enemy. I'm not sure if that's going to make a difference. I would assume it would. So let's get some units over here too. And now we can hit them from multiple locations. Yeah, you guys are right. Those machine guns are a bit big. Okay, so I was wrong. They're not machine guns. Looks like actually some sort of grenade launching equipment. Let's see. Anti-mech infantry. Aha, that's great. So this infantry, that's why they've got those huge guns. They're actually used to kill other mechs. Really neat. So we probably want to get as much of that infantry as we can afford. Let's put it that way. Let's put this gun facing out. And again, just like Company of Heroes, the gun placement is very standard there. Just right-click and pull, and you're essentially moving it. I'm going to try to take this location here. As far as I can tell, there are no mechs waiting for us. So it gives us a little bit of breathing room. In the meantime, I'll take the Polania riflemen, excuse me, and move them here. And move these guys over here. In fact, let's put them in this dugout. It seems a little safer even. Third wave, guys. We made it 2 waves. Can we make it a third? I don't know. I'm going to wait to see if we can afford any mechs. Oh boy. And see, as far as I can tell, there is no retreat button. But if we drop our equipment, we can actually turn this into a standard infantry squad, which is kind of interesting. If we want to keep this as an infantry squad, we need to, of course, basically keep these guys under our control and not drop their guns. Or keep them as a grenadier squad, I should say. Man, wow. Come on. Fire! Let's throw some grenades down on these guys as well. Should let them know that we don't want them approaching. Nice. So I have to say, so far we're doing pretty well against these enemies. Oh man, the 4th wave is coming, guys. I'm going to pause here in a second just to take a look at the chat. But yeah, I'm surprised we made it this far. I think we'll keep trying to get everything on this side of the river. But that might be easier said than done. Yeah, the mech does have a big bolt-action rifle. I thought that was interesting too. I would guess that that's, you know, more effective against other mechs. But one thing I know from watching gameplay videos is that bolt-action rifle, if it hits one of the soldiers, it's an instant kill. So I think it sort of functions as like something that can just slowly drain the enemy infantry little by little. One moment, boys. I will be with you shortly. Oh, thank you, Lennox. Take the yellow crates. They give you supplies. I thought they were just kind of part of the scenery of the depot. I'm going to start picking those up, man. Yeah, because we want to get some more mechs. Especially those machine gun mechs. The enemy has been specifically attacking us with infantry. Although that's probably going to change. Alright, so he's talking about these right here. Oh, we've got an enemy machine gun mech approaching. My goodness. Alright, let's get, where's our gun? Fire on this thing. Get it right through the side. Nice. Wow, that was effective. So you can see how quickly you can kill an enemy mech, just like a tank, if you get the right shot on it. And right there, I mean, look at that. That thing was instantly wiped out. Let's go pick up those yellow crates. Yeah, we need some more fuel. Badly need some more fuel. Looks like this crate, if I'm not mistaken, actually has some sort of gun on it. Yeah, cannon. So we can actually equip a cannon on one of these units. Right now we don't want to, because we don't want to turn these units into anti-infantry or anti-mech units. We want to turn them into anti-infantry units. Although maybe giving them to these Polania riflemen, it's going to turn it into a gunner squad one way or another. So let's stay right here for now. Hold, boys, hold. Oh, they are going straight for the depot. Shame on them. Let's get our vengeance. That's my depot, man. Oh, never mind. We're going to go north. There's way more of them here. Fire! Fire at the mech! Fire at the mech! Turn around! So we can avoid the crossfire, I'm going to throw a grenade over here. This could be the end of us. Nice! I love when the mechs go down. That is so refreshing. What I'm not crazy about, it actually makes the game easier, but I'm not crazy about it, is the instant resupply. And it looks like the enemy's got a mortar mech. See if we can't get to that mech with our anti-mech infantry unit here. Oh no, there they are. So they've got mortar mech, machine gun mech. Yeah, we're finished. But let's see how our anti-mech unit does here. And we'll try to take that cannon too. I think right now we know we're going to lose, so we might as well just try and kill the enemy mechs that are left. I mean, that gun's effective, but not that effective against the enemy mech there. And as you can see, their mortar took us out quite quickly. Their mortar mech is all the way back here. As you can see, he's a bit smaller than the other mechs. Just basically sits down and fires out of his back there. Come on, just give us a kill here at least. Just want to get a kill on that mech. Nice. I'm content with defeat now. Love how the, just like the body parts of the actual soldiers, the mech parts are lying all over the field. So post-battle, you've got all these mechs strewn around the field. That's going to be really nice once it gets into multiplayer, you know, large games, etc. But yeah, unfortunately, I think we lose here on this wave. Try to kill this mortar mech. Nice. Oh, nice, Sam. So Sam's saying that the mech wrecks become destructible cover. That is nice. Seems like that would make sense. 1 second, folks. Okay. We're still going to prepare for the next wave. If we're going to go down, we're going to go down in style. Interesting. So I just figured this out. Shame on me. But even with our Polania riflemen, we can equip hand grenades by picking them up off the ground here. So let me throw with our Grenadier squad, and with our Engineer squad and our Polania riflemen, I'm going to try to pick this up. And look at that. They're actually going to try to retreat. Sneaky. Very sneaky. Might turn them into a Grenadier unit, though. It's usually what happens, and it looks like, yep, it's exactly what's happening here. Come on, let's kill the tank mech. One more nade and that thing's going down. She's burning up. There we go. Watch for falling debris, right? Like, imagine that landing on you. It cannot be a survivable hit. No way. Kill the intruders. Let's see. As soon as they send that next mech, we're finished. Look at that. Right now they just have infantry. I'm not going to refresh anymore, but I'm going to put my guys over here in the trenches, trenches. Try again, Agrippa. Just to see how long they'll last, honestly. I'm really enjoying the game so far, though. I mean, obviously, you can tell there's a lot of work that needs to be done. That's why this is alpha. But just for what's been done so far for a small indie studio, this is really nice. And it's definitely an original concept. You know, as far as I can tell, it's something that's been talked about in a lot of different novels, books, etc. You know, mechs in World War I, things like that. But as far as I can tell, never brought to fruition in a video game. At least not, you know, on a larger scale like this in the strategy market. So I really want to see what happens. And I wish this company the best. Yeah, we're going to get killed here, but at least let's throw some nades. Go get the nades. We're not going to survive 6 wave, but so far, not bad. Hey, Dynamo, how you doing, man? As far as I know, you can't get it. So I requested a copy, and the company was kind enough to provide me with one. And again, it's still in alpha, so there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and I think that's why they're not selling it yet. Who knows? Maybe once it's in beta, it will be available. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. As far as I know, you know, it's just not available now on Steam or anything like that. Get 'em. And the reason I'm equipping a cannon is because the cannons, remember, are anti-mech, turns your unit into an anti-mech unit. In this case, we got the bazooka, which I think is actually the enemy weapon, but we can still use it. Nice. Ooh, she's on fire. She really is on fire. Unfortunately, we don't have enough fuel to do anything. We could try to retake these fuel positions, but I think we're finished, and I'll go ahead and basically concede at this point. It's a pretty short Let's Play just because I still have a lot to learn about the game, but I wanted to give you guys a first look at it. You know, since you guys are my viewers, you're very supportive here, and I greatly appreciate it. So I did want to do that for you guys, but definitely something that needs practice. And like I said, the game still needs work. It's absolutely in its alpha state, and that takes a while, especially for small developers. I'm really happy that they haven't gone the easy route that a lot of smaller developers go and just put this straight into alpha, you know, and sold it on Steam. I just don't think that's the right approach initially. They might eventually do that, but as for now, it doesn't seem like they are. So I respect that. I really do. We're going to go for one last fight. I said we wouldn't fight anymore, but what the heck. Never give up, never surrender, right? Come on, reload. I'm going to try to send our guys here into the dugout. Some grenade. Oh, yeah. What's this? Engineer tools. Oh, interesting. So anytime you lose a unit, you can essentially get a regular infantry unit to go ahead and pick up its stuff, which leads to a really cool gaming issue, which is if you're playing like a multiplayer match or something like this, maybe don't even purchase a more expensive unit. Just go ahead and get a regular infantry unit and pick up your previous weapons. Of course, in that aspect, you have to decide, can you get your previous weapons back? Is it safe enough to do so? But that could lead to a lot of, strategic victories just based on saving resources, essentially. Spend the resources on your mechs and get regular troops. I'm amazed we've made it to the 7th wave. I didn't expect to. We're going to try to grab those crates here in a second. Go, go, go. So the crates do contain weapons. Some contain iron and some oil. Took us long enough to get to the point of no reinforcement, but now we're not getting that option anymore. We're running low on resources, and it's really the fuel that we have none of. 7th wave! And as you can see, they've got these fuel locations sort of covered by soldiers. So if we wanted to make or stage a comeback, it would be very tough. Let's just get into the trenches and fight it out to the end. Oh! Wow. Come on, boys. I'm gonna focus fire on the tank mech. And yeah, the enemy's got us now. It took them long enough, but they have got us. As you can see, that rear armor is absolutely an issue, just like a tank. If we can hit that rear armor, it's gonna be a buttery little mech. Good work, men. You fought to the last. Throw a grenade. Come on, throw one nade. See if you can get a nade off. Nope. And as you can see, we don't even have enough to build another mech, nor do we have enough to get a barracks going, and that is defeat. I like to think we did okay for our first ever survival game mode, which is what we have here. I think so far all that's available is the survival game mode and the skirmish. But of course, multiplayer is going to be added, a bunch of other stuff, so I really can't wait to see what the company has to offer. Hey, cool. We even got some experience. And similar to Company of Heroes, if you look at the upper left corner when we get to the main menu, you have a sort of a character that you can change the look of your character, and of course you gain experience as you do these missions. So really neat stuff. I love the art style and the art direction here. It looks great, and I think we're just gonna have to support these guys and see how they do. So if you guys do happen to go on their YouTube channel, I do believe they have one. I forget the name of the company. Shame on me. Or their forums on the Iron Harvest forums, let them know that Agrippa sent you, because I'm definitely going to be supporting this project as we move forward. I was actually pretty rude, shame on me, to the developers. I'm not usually like this, but I got in a little hissy fit, and I was so obsessed with this game. You know, most of the games I get, I'm spoiled, I get for free, because since I present them here on the channel, companies are kind enough to send me codes. And I didn't hear from them for about 4 or 5 days, and I just went full of Eric Cartman. I was like, you know, shame on you guys. You know, I might be a smaller channel, but support me. And you know, I don't usually do that. I'm not proud of myself. So I apologize to them for that. And they were kind enough to still reach out and say, hey, man, here's a key. and nice channel. So really nice guys. And like I said, they're a small development team, and they need all the support they can get. So please, guys, if you enjoyed this Let's Play, don't just like and subscribe here, but also check out Iron Harvest online. Just type in Google Iron Harvest. Go to their main website. They've got some pretty cool forums going on, and they've got some interesting information about the game. Please stop by, and try to support. Lennox says, it's funny that you said we'll never surrender while playing as Poland. Well, that's the thing, and I don't think they've been clear on this yet. I could be wrong. But even though we do have the Polish Eagle, and we are called Polania, which is, as far as I know, isn't that the Polish way? No, I don't think it's actually even the Polish way to say Poland. I could be wrong. But I think this might be Poland, but obviously a very different version of Poland. Sort of like an alternate history version of Poland. And the Empire refers to, of course, probably the German Empire. But again, it could be like the Holy Roman Empire for all we know. We just don't know enough about the story, etc. That's just kind of coming out. Requested a copy. Just got to keep on putting videos up, Dynamo. I think I started getting review copies when I got up to about 1,500 or 2,000 subs. I think that's really, and as an XPR manager, I would say that's basically when I would start considering a channel. If it had like 1.5 or 2,000 subs and it was focused on the genre that the game is focused on, more than likely that person would get a code. So I think it really depends, but obviously being nice helps. I was not. And I don't think I've ever done that, requesting a key. That was a first, but I'm glad that they took it on the chin. I really am glad about that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. As I mentioned before, this and next week is a little hectic for me. I'm going to a family reunion next week, and likely the week after as well, here in Portugal. So I didn't put up an actual schedule this week just because I can't promise that I'm going to stick to it. But I might put up a schedule for like one day this week or something like that. And if I do, that's going to be on the Discord channel. So please make sure to stop by there. And of course, make sure to subscribe on Twitch. You can find that in the description of this video. Thank you again, guys. I hope you had fun. Take care and have a great, great day.